Right, the Italians. What have they ever done for us?
The Italians have only really given the world two things. The first was the Roman Empire, with its mosaics, plumbing, togas and aqueducts. And their other great gift to civilization was the cheap, small car.
Yeah, well, obviously they did a few other bits and pieces as well, like, you know, the Renaissance and the telescope, and pasta, and astronomy, and pathology, and the piano, and they invented electricity. But anyway, I wanted to concentrate on the really important stuff.
So let's get back to the small car and the rebirth of an icon, the new Fiat Panda, on sale here in January. So, I've come for a drive to see another of those great Italian inventions, St. Albans. The Romans came here in 43 and built some nice ruins. Roman baths.
Now, of course, everybody makes a little car these days, but it's something the Italians have always been especially good at. Unlike domestic plumbing, for example, or restaurant arithmetic.
The old Panda was one of Fiat's greatest hits. Introduced in AD 1980, it sold over 4.5 million. The boss of Ferrari called it a historic symbol of Italy. He didn't say anything about Botticelli. There are strict rules about what makes a proper small Italian car. So let's see how the new Panda stacks up.
Now, to my mind, a small Fiat should be completely unpretentious, so this one scores quite well already.
Other small cars are like cutesy fashion statements, but this one seems to say, look, I'm just a cheap little car. Let's just get on with it.
And being small, of course, it's very easy to park, but actually this isn't an issue to the Italians. Here's a bit of parking Naples style.
Well, it is very small, just 3.5 metres long, but more importantly, it's got really quite a lot of space in it. You could get a couple of full-size adults in the back here, or, more importantly, about half a dozen children. Now, this is vital in your small Italian car, and all because of another of their great inventions, the Catholic Church.
Our small Fiat should also be very cheap because it stems from a long tradition of basic cars for people who are a bit hard up. Now, you'll be able to buy a basic 1.1 litre Panda for £6,000. £6,000. This, however, is the 1.2 litre Dynamic. This is a posh Panda. But it's still only £6,500. £6.5 grand. And it's a whole car. And it really is. I mean, you get 4 doors, you get electric front windows, you get a radio, you get power steering, you get 2 airbags, you get alloy wheels, and you get anti-lock brakes.
This is looking good for Italy. The Panda's honest, it's cheap, it's very roomy. What else do we know about the Italians? Oh yes, they all think they're Ayrton Senna.
Now, this Panda is not fast. 0 to 60 takes 14 seconds, which is long enough to knock up a decent penne al pesto. And the top speed is 96 miles per hour. But by the time you get there, Venice will have sunk.
So, you just have to drive like an Italian. Blow the horn, wave your arms around, and thrash it.
I quite like this 1.2 engine. It's sort of feisty and eager. Makes a great deal of fuss without really achieving very much. A bit like the Italian government, really. I think Fiat has got this small, cheap car, remember, pretty much spot on. I mean, it's got the right size, it's definitely the right price, it's got the right amount of space, it's got the right amount of kit. But for an Italian car, there's still something that bothers me.
Well, that's not right. I mean, I've had this thing nearly a week and nothing's fallen off and everything still works. I mean, who the hell do the Italians think they are anyway? The Germans?
So